Good evening and welcome to Bears TV and some more exciting news. And we'll speak to our new signing very, very soon. But before we do that, I'm going to have a quick word with Jamie Swales again. Jamie, have you recovered after the amateur meeting on Saturday?
Yeah, it's just about. It's took a bit of time. It was a bit of an epic one, wasn't it? What was the 70? I think it was 73 races we did in the end. Plus, I think I counted 8 reruns in there as well. So I was actually at the track. Me and Jonathan were at the track for nearly 13 hours on Saturday. So it was quite a day.
Yeah, it certainly was. Obviously, the main meeting got put back by an hour because I think the first 5 races in the morning you had fallers in each one of them in reruns. But everything in a way went very, very well.
Yeah, I had my head in my hands to start with it. It was the most ambitious amateur meeting we've tried so far, really, with the live streaming and the quality of field and the sponsorship we had. And we gave a rough time of a 1 o'clock start for the main attraction. And the first 3 races, we had 6 fallers, 2 of which ended up with getting looked at by the medics. So we normally try and aim for about 15 races in an hour, and I think we got 5 done in the first hour. So I couldn't believe the bad luck we had. The good thing about the live streaming is we aren't tied down to a start time, even though people were waiting for it. So it didn't really make a massive difference. Once we got them first few heats out of the way, I wouldn't say it went perfectly smoothly for the rest of that first morning, but we certainly got through the heats a lot faster, and it was a good morning.
Yeah, it certainly was. And the afternoon meeting with should we say, the big boys was superb. Some of the racing that afternoon was some of the best I've seen at Redcar, and certainly the first semi-final, well, the 2 semi-finals and the final were cracking races.
Yeah, it was unreal, wasn't it? I mean, the track stood up really well. We had a really good plan on how to keep the track in good condition, and as best laid plans, they always fall to pieces. When we had stoppages and we couldn't get tractors on track, it meant the track dried out a bit. But Redcar being as it is, the good racetrack it is, it was heat 70, which was the second semi-final, gave us the best race of the day. I would argue we'll be hard pressed to see a better heat than that all year now. I would urge anyone that hasn't watched it just to, if you don't want to sit and watch the whole 3 hours of the amateur meeting on the YouTube video, at least go and watch that second semi-final. It is excellent. But the whole second meeting was fantastic right through. 35 heats, and then the 2 semis in the final, I think it was. It really is worth watching. It's a shame that it was a test and we couldn't get some of the morning ones on this time. I know some of the lads were disappointed with that. Hopefully we'll get that next time, because the 250 riders this time were outstanding as well. So I'd like to get some of them on next time. Yeah,
certainly. I was down there for all day, and it was some exceptional racing and some very good talent indeed on show. Now we'll just have a quick chat about. We'll not mention his name just yet, but exciting news for the Bears with our 6th rider coming on board this evening.
Yeah, that's right. Things keep changing, don't they? And it's great to get this guy on board. We spoke about him for a while, and we said we were going to keep our calm with signings and wait for the right people to come on board. And that's exactly what we've done this time. So I'd like to think the fans, once they know the people we're signing, and that they see with this signing that the bit of patience is working, and we are getting the right riders on board.
Certainly, and I know behind the scenes there's a lot of action going on regarding the final rider, and hopefully in the next few weeks that'll be all sorted out.
Yeah, we haven't got that long, have we? So we need to get it sorted out. Again, it's about the patience game now. I think across the whole sport, there's still twists and turns to go before the start of this season. And I'm confident that if we just play the patience game here, we will get the right rider. We certainly don't want to rush into signing the wrong rider. You know, that's happened before. We want to make sure that doesn't happen again. You know, the 6 riders we have now, I'm confident we're going to have a good season. We just need the right rider to finish the team off now, and it will come.
Certainly, and I think that's a good point to bring in the new rider. I can see him impatiently sitting there in the background waiting to join us, and I'm very pleased to announce that it's a young man that I've watched a lot over the years. He's bringing a lot of experience to the Bears, and he's bringing it at reserve. Well, the past few years he's been riding at number 2. So welcome to the Bears, the man who's going to bring the SAS to Speedway, Mr. James Sargent. Good evening, James.
Good evening.
How are you doing anyhow?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you. Yourself?
Very, very well. Good to see you joining the Bears. And are you pleased to be joining the Bears?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. Redcar, everyone knows Redcar's a well-run club, and they've got good supporters, good sponsors behind them. So yeah, I'm happy with the new signing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a track that doesn't hold any fears to you because you've had good meetings there in the past. I think your last appearance, you got paid 5 for riding at number 2. So, you know, it's something where you know you can come to and score points.
Yeah, it's a good track, and it's always well prepared. So that's a lot of battles, a lot of times, especially when it's your own track. It does help when you've got a nice prepared track every week, and you're not trying to find setups week in, week out with track being different all the time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that side. And my last few visits to Redcar, I just felt a little bit unlucky. I felt I could have done a little bit more. So I'm hoping to put that on the mend. Now I'll be there every week.
Yeah, and people forget that in 2019, though you come into the Bears on a 3.9 average with the 2.5 reduction, you were actually averaging over 5 for Edinburgh, riding at number 2 with Sam Masters. So you're only good as your last race, so to say. So in 2019, you were really going very well, weren't you?
Yeah, it feels a long time ago since we last rode, but yeah, I'm getting everything prepared at the minute and looking to get out practicing this weekend and every weekend until the season starts. But yeah, like you say, I'm averaging 5 points at number 2. If I was scoring 5 points at number 2, I won't feel like I've done my job properly. I feel like I should be scoring more. So hopefully, being at reserve, I'll be aiming a lot higher. Yeah,
that's good to hear. And did you ride at all last year? Did you have any practice? Were you in the Ben Fund, if I seem to think?
Yeah, I did the Ben Fund meeting, but I think I did a few practices just before the Ben Fund, but that's it. And I've not rode since.
So you've not got on a bike just yet?
No, not yet. Obviously, we were a bit unsure what were happening this season. I was looking at getting things ready and starting to go practicing. And obviously, I got the call from you guys at Redcar, so that's just sped things up a little bit. So yeah, I'll be out this weekend on my first practice. I'm looking forward to it.
And I think you've got somebody with you, mechanicking, advising, who is very well known at Redcar from his days with Chris Kerr, and that's Ensville. Is Ensville still with you?
Yeah, Enzo's still going to be helping me. He'll be with me every week. So yeah.
So he'll have a lot of knowledge of bike setups and everything for Redcar anyhow.
Yeah, yeah, Enzo's spent quite a lot of time up there, like you said, with Chris. I think, well, I used to go up with him when I was younger and have a ride after meeting.
Yeah, I seem to remember you on a little bike or something, knocking about the pits.
I think it was a big bike, just a little rider. Yeah, I used to go and have a ride after meeting at Redcar, and yeah, I used to enjoy it.
Yeah. And what have you been doing during the lockdown? Have you still been working, or have you been furloughed?
I carried on working through the first lockdown, and then I've been back to college and done an electrician's course. So I've been out working with an electrician local to where I live recently.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so that's kept me pretty busy, really.
So you're looking to set your own business up, or you just looking to use that as a backdrop for when you're racing speedway?
Yeah, just get a trade really, and just start looking at getting more experience in the job. So yeah, I'll be working on that the next few years. But yeah, I'm still looking to race.
Yeah. And have you set yourself any goals for this year, or have you just not thought about it yet? Because obviously what happened with you at Edinburgh, I think everybody was very surprised regarding that. But have you set yourself any goals, or are you just going to come out and enjoy yourself and score points?
Just enjoy it and score points. I think it's a little bit of a different season this season. Feels a bit surreal, even racing, like getting ready for a season. It doesn't feel like we've done it in ages. So yeah, I'm just looking to just enjoy it and score as many points as I can.
And you got any signs of when you're going to get back out on a bike and have a bit of a skid?
Oh well, this weekend it'll be my first ride.
All right, so as quick as that?
Yeah, I've been in workshop last few days with ends, sorting bikes out and getting them ready for practice. So we were pretty much all ready to go last season. I think lockdown just happened a few days before we were meant to go to Edinburgh for press day. So everything's just been sat since then, ready to go.
Well, I can tell that you're eager for the season to start. So not long now, I'm sure you'll be up at Redcar for a practice before the first meeting. And have you got anything to say to the Redcar supporters before we sign off for tonight?
Just thanks for your support, and look forward to seeing you all in a month's time.
Well, can't wait to see you in action for the Bears. A very strong reserve we've got in there, James. And Jamie, anything else to add before we sign off regarding the latest signing and possible next signing?
As I said about James, we're really happy to have him on board. He's got a lot of potential for reserve, the experience he brings to that. As for the next signing, we're just going to have to be patient on that. There's nothing to share with anyone yet, but you know, we're looking all the time. We're talking to people. Things will happen. We just got to be patient for now.
Well, things have certainly worked in the Bears' favour so far. So keep up the good work, everybody. And James, looking forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks very much for joining us tonight on Bears TV.